Morgul. Boy, how much food stamps did your mama trade?
Sir, my mother is a good woman. Watch your mouth.
Good woman? Son, girls like her don't even remember which man gave her you.
Then he grabs his mug and splashes scalding coffee straight across the kid's white shirt, his laptop, his lap. The keyboard hisses. Steam rises off his chest. A businessman laughs. A woman looks away.
The only Morgan I've say.
The man tosses a 20 on the soaked lap.
She's a midi with the back. Go sit in the back. That's where your kind belongs.
Had to stay to her.
He just picked the one kid whose mother can bury him with a single phone call. Let's rewind 6 hours, because to understand how a man ends his own life over a cup of coffee, you have to see the kid he picked first. 5:40 in the morning, Denver International Airport. The terminal smells like burnt espresso and floor wax. A 19-year-old walks through the early crowd pulling a navy roller bag, a Georgetown hoodie under a camel coat his mother gave him last Christmas. His name is Elijah Morgan. He has a phone pressed to his ear. Yes, Grandma. Yes, I ate. Yes, I'll text Mom when I land. I love you too. He hangs up, smiles at nothing, keeps walking. Elijah is flying back to D.C. after a week with his grandparents, sophomore year at Georgetown, political science. In 3 weeks, he starts a summer internship at the Department of Justice, Civil Rights Division. He applied on his own. He earned it on his own. His mother made sure of that. At gate B42, he pulls out his phone and sends a text. Boarding soon. See you tonight. Love you, Mom. A reply comes back almost instantly. Proud of you, baby. Drive safe from the airport. Keys under the planter. Big trial Monday. Don't wait up. Elijah smiles, slips the phone into his pocket. He doesn't announce who she is. He doesn't need to. He just knows. He's dressed the way she taught him to dress when he travels. Clean white button-up under the hoodie, pressed khakis, shoes polished the night before. She told him once, when he was 12, "When you fly, baby, you dress like you belong everywhere you're going. Because you do." In his backpack, a thin silver laptop he saved 2 summers of work to buy. A printed court filing he pulled off Pacer for extra reading. A copy of The New Jim Crow. And a leather bifold wallet. Tucked behind his Georgetown ID is a small laminated card. His mother made it the week he left for college. You are calm. You are loved. You belong. He has read that card so many times, he doesn't need to read it anymore. Priority boarding is called. Elijah paid the upgrade with miles. That detail matters to him. He walks down the jet bridge, finds seat 2A, window side, stows his bag, and sits down. Across the aisle, 2C is already occupied. A white man, mid-50s, charcoal suit tailored close to the body, gold watch catching the cabin light. His laptop is open to a spreadsheet that looks like a funeral. His name is Gregory Whitfield. He looks up when Elijah sits down, and his face does the thing. The small tightening around the mouth, the quick up and down scan, the flicker of calculation that says, you don't belong here, and I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. Elijah has seen that face 1,000 times in 19 years. He opens his book and starts reading. Whitfield waves over the flight attendant. Her name tag says Karen Sullivan. He speaks low, but not low enough. Is there another seat available? I paid a lot of money for this cabin. Karen glances across the aisle, sees Elijah, looks down at her tablet. I'm sorry, sir. The cabin is full this morning. Whitfield leans back with a theatrical sigh. Unbelievable. This airline's really going downhill. Elijah hears it, doesn't look up, just turns a page. Then Whitfield orders a whiskey. At 6:52 in the morning. He finishes it before they push back from the gate. Orders a second before the safety demonstration is done. He mutters into his phone between sips. Fragments leak across the aisle. Monday's trial. Bullshit witch hunt. The SEC is trying to make an example. Elijah catches the word trial and doesn't think anything of it. Thousands of trials start every Monday in this country. He has no reason to connect the man across the aisle to anything. The plane pushes back. The engines hum up. The cabin rattles gently down the taxiway, and the little white child in row 4 waves at Elijah over her mother's shoulder. He waves back. Small smile, she giggles. Elijah Morgan boarded that plane with a book, a laptop, and a laminated card from his mother. Gregory Whitfield boarded with 2 whiskeys in him and a $1 billion grudge. One of them was about to end his own life in the next 40 minutes. It wasn't Elijah. 45 minutes into the flight, the cabin has settled into that cruising hush where you can hear the ice shift in someone else's glass. Elijah has his laptop open on the tray table. He's reviewing notes for the internship. Beside the laptop sits a small stack of printed paper, a public court filing he pulled off Pacer. Nothing classified, just extra reading for a kid who likes to be prepared. Across the aisle, Whitfield is on his 3rd drink. The whiskey has settled into him in that specific way whiskey does at 35,000 feet. His face is pink. His eyes keep cutting sideways to Elijah. Each glance lingers a beat longer than the last. Karen rolls the beverage cart up. Whitfield orders coffee. Black. Ceramic mug. Not a paper cup. I'm not a toddler, he tells her. Karen pours. Steam rises off the surface in thin ribbons. She sets it on his tray table. Moves on. Then the plane hits a small pocket of turbulence. Nothing dramatic. The kind of shudder that barely rattles an ice cube. Elijah reflexively reaches out and steadies his laptop with one hand. His elbow stays on his side of the aisle. His hand never crosses the space between seats. Nothing of him touches the mug. Whitfield's head snaps over like he's been waiting for it. Whoa, 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 young man. Careful there. You almost knocked my drink over. Elijah looks up, genuinely confused. Sir, I didn't. It's fine. It's fine. Whitfield holds up a hand, smiling that fake friendly smile. Just be more aware of your surroundings, son. A few passengers look up. The stage is set. The whole cabin is now an audience for something. They just don't know what yet. Whitfield holds Elijah's eyes for a long 2 seconds. A small, lopsided smile creeps onto his face. The kind of smile a man wears when he's already decided what happens next. Elijah's hand moves toward his laptop to shield it. Too late. Whitfield picks up the ceramic mug, and he pours. Not a splash, not a fling. He tilts the mug the way you'd pour coffee into a cup at a nice restaurant. Wrist angled, elbow steady, a controlled and deliberate arc of scalding black liquid that crosses the aisle and lands squarely on Elijah Morgan. The coffee hits his white shirt first, blooming dark brown across his chest. It hits the laptop keyboard next. Audible hiss. The screen flickers twice, then goes dark. It hits the printed court filing, pages curling as ink starts to run. It hits his khakis, hot through the fabric, down onto his thigh. Elijah inhales sharp, doesn't cry out, doesn't jump, just sits there, coffee dripping off his chin, and stares at the man who did it. Whitfield sets the empty mug down, brushes his palms together twice, like a man who has just finished a small job around the house. Then, loud and clear, no apology anywhere in it, he says, "Oops." Looks like somebody needs a bath. Boy, people like you don't belong up here in first. Get to the back, where your kind fits. The word boy lands in that cabin like a brick through a window. Elijah is 19 years old.